what the fuck is this? Imagine being in a tight ass studio. You gotta look at somebody you don't fuck with all day. That when they rap to songs to help them keep time, and they're doing this.
Yeah. Oh my
while
God.
they're recording. Say
for word.
step one, do this. They'll literally tell you how to use the shit. But nigga, I'm hearing that shit and I feel like I got a gun on me. I feel like I got a gun on me.
What up, y'all? It's your homie Dan from Sounds of the Cosmos, and today I got a very, very, very special guest here. We got the homie Edwin De'Vaughn. What's up, my boy?
What's up? What's going on, my
What's
boy?
up? Long time no see,
I know,
bro.
it's been a minute. It's been a light little minute.
It's been a light little minute, man. Light little minute. So just a little background of how I know, bro. Mm-hmm. Basically, he was my original engineer before I became an engineer. Right. So dope engineer, dope artist too as well. We're gonna get into that too as well. I ain't trying to gas you up, but like when I first met him, I thought dude was Dr. Dre. Like it was like this the way the
That's
fuck,
crazy.
The way that but seriously though, like I would hear shit and I'm like, yo, why the fuck this shit sound so fucking good, bro? So I'm like, I was tripping. I'm like, and not for nothing, you probably are one of the inspirations of why I started this shit.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
And that's you know, yeah.
That's some real shit.
No, real shit, but that's that ass though. That ass though. I was like, y'all gotta be like Ed, bro. I gotta figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think one thing I will say though is like, I think watching you grow and develop has sparked me, because like I love giving out information, and I love seeing what niggas do with that information, and then how like you flip this whole space and turn it into your own, and then remember I call you the mad scientist.
Yeah, I remember.
You go crazy with all the equipment and shit, and I see it though, because I think like for me it's like watching someone be passionate about something I'm passionate about. So then it gives me something to be passionate about too.
For
you
sure,
get what I'm saying? So hell yeah, this was as much as it was for you, it was for me too. Like I enjoyed watching this shit. This was my own energy that I got.
That's crazy.
For real.
I appreciate that. That's crazy. That's crazy. So like, we're gonna get to a few questions, man. You know, we're gonna talk and let the viewers know like you know who you are as an artist, engineer, and just you personally. You know what I'm saying?
Should I introduce myself? So
absolutely. Hell yeah. I was just about to tell you. Yeah.
So I go by Edwin De'Vaughn. I am I'm an engineer. I'm a producer. I am a songwriter. I sing. I do videography. I do photography, and most importantly, I do artist development. So, what I like to do is, my thing is I like to be in the studio and I like to work in the studio. Like everything I do is basically in the studio. I love being in the studio. Right. I love developing artists, like the way that we work. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Like the way that I would sit on the boards with someone. And then tell them that's not it. That's not it. Do it again.
Yo, he's
that's
that
my
ass
shit.
too.
Yeah, that's my shit, because it's like, one, that's how you separate the people who care and the people who don't care. Like I've had people and I'll tell them that's not it, and they'll dead ass tell me like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I just want to get it done, and then I bet end of the session I ain't taking your calls anymore.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So I do everything, but my main thing, the thing that I'm in love with is producing. I love being a music producer. I love sitting in the studio with an artist, having a team, having an engineer, having like a beat maker. Exactly. And then just putting records together. I call myself a record producer because I love putting records together. That's my thing.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's fucking dope, bro.
That's me, dope. Edwin De'Vaughn.
That's dope. That's dope. And you know, me being an artist myself too, and experiencing that at firsthand, he ain't lying. Like, dude, do a will delete your tick and walk in the booth and be like, yo, you better tighten the fuck up.
And niggas will sit there confident as fuck, like, yo, that's the one.
That's nah. Yeah, hit the button, yo. I swear to God, I was like, yeah, I killed that shit. I swear to God, I think I recorded some track, bro. I don't know how long ago it was, but I remember I recorded some track one day, bro, and I was like, yo, that shit was fire, bro. And the nigga hit the damn microphone. Nah, you gotta do that shit again. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, nah, you gotta do it again.
That's important, bro.
That shit was funny as hell, bro. But yeah, so all right, so we're gonna get into a few of those questions and stuff like that. Edwin De'Vaughn, once again, the one and only in the flesh. So I this is actually a really, really good question that I actually never asked you. How did you get into music? Like how did this whole everything start?
Yeah. So when I was young, when I was a gamer, like I loved playing video games. That's what I did. And
PlayStation or PS? PlayStation? Xbox?
Xbox. Oh my God. Yeah, Xbox. I'm not gonna lie. So what I would do is, like, I would every now and then I would have a laptop or a computer and I'll download FL Studio, right?
Right.
Open FL Studio up, get tight as a motherfucker. Be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, nigga, I would literally put like 2 drums on and be like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit.
Uninstall immediately.
Yeah.
And around my senior year in high school, one of my homies that I knew, I think since like middle school, his name is Philander. Shout out to my brother Taz, man.
Shout out to Taz.
One of the greatest engineers that I know. He was already doing it. And he tells me, because my memory is garbage, he told me, he was like, yo, I invited you to come to my studio, you came through, and I remember being there, and I remember looking at him just use Pro Tools, and then watching him work with artists, and then after the day was done, after the sessions were done, he would open up FL Studio, and then we just chill, we just smoke, chill, and make beats.
Yes,
and
dope.
Bro, I fell in love, dog. I was like, yo, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. I never knew I wanted to do music. I just knew that I wanted to be creative. And I used to draw, bro. I used to love drawing. Yeah. But music just woke something up in me. And that's how I got into it. We just started going to the studio, and then I ended up engineering. Where my first session was with an artist by myself. It was the scariest session I had in my life. It was some gangsta ass nigga.
Oh my God, bro.
The type of nigga to yell at you if you was fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, but that shit, that first session,
sent it off.
Set me, yo, that shit had me turned. I was like, yo, that shit was scary, but I got through it. Yeah. And it was like, oh, now I got something I know I need to learn. And I love learning. So after that, it was just take off. That was it.
Nice. Okay. So up until this point, right? Who is like your favorite person to work with? Like as a producer? Like, who is your favorite artist?
Like a person, like a specific person, or like a character of a person?
I guess let's say character first.
A character of a person? Me, I like working with people who could take criticism. Because I'm the type of person...
Criticism.
I'm the type of person, when I do shit, and like, let's say I'm working on my music and I show it to people, right? I'm at that point in my life where I have to force people to be negative. Yo, because it's like people think, I don't know if people really just like it that much, or if they think I'm scared of taking criticism. Yeah. So it's like, now I treat people the way I want to be treated. So like, when I'm in the studio with someone and I'm like, that's why I talk to you the way I talk to you. Because it was like, if I showed you my shit, I would expect you to get on it just like that. Like, yo, that's not it. And that's the type of thing, that's the first thing I look for when I get in the studio with someone. When I get that first piece of criticism, how do they react to it? And can they grow from that in the same session? If the first reaction is not like receptive, I'm gonna back off a little bit, but I'm gonna throw a couple pieces in there. I'm gonna see how far or how much of a criticism they could take.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they can't take any, it's like, we're not working ever again.
Yo, bro, I remember one time I told this one girl, she came in and stuff like that. She was trying to do this one record. Not a fan of it, but like, not a fan of the record entirely. But at a certain point, you gotta kind of be like, all right, like, at least how can I make it better? You know what I'm saying? How can I make it better? So I was like, she recorded it and everything. She was like, what do you think? And I'm like, you want me to beat that ass? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, yo, bro, not for nothing, you gotta redo this whole entire shit. Like, you trying to do this shit at one take, you yelling, you screaming, like it ain't working. It ain't working. Like, you're not even controlling your voice. Like, you breathing heavy as hell into the microphone. Like, you didn't even get to ad libs yet. You trying, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to lay ad libs. You didn't even get the verse finished. So you trying to lay ad libs with no verse. That shit don't make no sense. And the girl got tight. She was like, yo, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, like, you trying to build, like, for me, I'm a foundation person. You know what I mean? You got, like, I felt like laying like a verse or something like that is like the leads is like the foundation. You can't start with the fucking roof of a house. It's just gonna be stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, she ain't take that shit too far. Nah, Shorty did not take that shit too far.
Me, that's how I start cutting snakes out of the grass. It's like I start criticizing people to see how they can take it. And if they can't take it, then I know, cool, we're not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, like even now, like I stopped taking clients, and and now it's like if someone wants to work with me, it's like you have to show me that you take this shit
serious, yeah,
right. And so now even when people are reaching out to me to work with me, I'm doing the same process, and I'm letting them know straight off the gate. I'll do a consultation with them, right? So we have a nice little quick hour talk, but in that talk, I'm letting you know, listen, people call me a dickhead. People call me an asshole because sometimes they can't take the criticism, but I'm only criticizing you because I'm seeing better in you. Exactly. And I'm trying to get that out of you. And if you can't take it, if you don't want to grow, I can't be around people that don't want to grow.
Don't want to grow, honestly, bro. I can't be around
Don't be around people that don't want to grow, bro.
Do not be around stagnant motherfuckers.
Hell no.
The crabs in the barrel. Just remember that.
They're the ones that's going to keep bringing you down.
Yeah.
They're going to keep dragging your ass down.
And they don't even got to say shit to you. It's like they're just being around that energy. It's like you just want to. Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I'm heavy on energy in the studio too. I'm heavy on like, you know, if I don't get a good vibe from you, I'm like, ooh, all right. You know, like, all right, I don't know.
The studio is a very like sensitive space to be in. You got to be a creative. You got to be sensitive. And when you in the room with someone that you not vibing with, it can throw a whole session off. A whole session off. Like, it's bad.
I've had sessions where I had to just sit down and just hit record because I'm just like not feeling the person.
I've done that too.
And I'm like, yo, you ready? All right. We'll go on my phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not to be a dick. It's just that, you know, we're not melding together. We're not like you over here talking about girls and stuff like that. I'm trying to focus on EQing your vocals. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, it really depends. But all right. So, another question, right? So, who right now is your and it can be engineer, producer, artist, whoever. Who right now is like your inspiration to really be like, I'm gonna do this?
I think the easiest name that comes to me, because there's a couple, but the easiest name that comes to me is probably Jason Joshua.
Jason Joshua.
Yeah, he's
a big
engineer right now, and so I've been watching. You ever heard of like Mix with the Masters?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, you know, I got that subscription, and I started watching his videos. You know, him and Leslie Bradway.
Yo, Leslie's nice.
Yeah, Leslie's nice. Watching their processes and watching them, like even Young Guru,
bro.
Guru is nuts, bro.
Yo, his philosophy is like,
and he's been in the game for so long, and watching him still, and it's crazy because he's still like, what's the word I'm thinking?
Pushing the envelope.
Not just pushing the envelope, but he's still connecting with the younger engineers, right? Like he's not being gatekeepers. He's not like, oh, that's the new generation. Right? Like, he feels like he's still new gen. Like, he's still trying to learn the same shit we're trying to learn.
Exactly.
And he takes the time to teach people on top of that.
Exactly.
So it's like, those three names alone are like people that I've been watching very close. Leslie Bradway, to me, is just so clean in his mixes.
Exactly.
But Jason Joshua, the reason why he's my biggest inspiration as far as engineering and producing is because he takes fucking, like, that he did the record with French Montana and Sway Lee.
Oh,
right?
Unforgettable?
Yes, he did Unforgettable.
He did that shit?
So he told the story of that record, and he said, yo, you see how it's out now, and it's mad reverb, and it's shit? When he mixed that record, the label didn't want that. And he literally had to fight for that shit. And he was like, no, that's the one. And then it turned out, I think Sway Lee said, nah, I like his version better. Wow. And that's how they released the song. Wow. He's one of those engineers who'll take risk, and he'll be like, I'm going to push the song. Like, I don't care what you want.
Exactly.
And, you know, also, I got that from, Jesus Christ, what's his name? Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin,
Rick Rubin, one of his biggest things that he says is it's about the song. It's not about you.
No, real shit.
And that's what I live by. That's the shit. Like, after watching these people work and just studying them, I started realizing, like, yo, it's really about the song. Yeah. Like, it's not about the artists. It's not about the producers. It's not about the engineers. It's about the song. You got to cater to the song.
Exactly. It's like you got to really, really, like, you gotta put your ego really like
you gotta put it out the studio.
You gotta like put that shit in the garbage can somewhere and get it later.
Garbage can. I mean, if you want to carry your ego, sometimes egos work. Leave it in the car though.
Leave it in the car. You know, like at least give it a 15-minute break.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let it cool. Let it cool down.
Creative space, bro. Egos they always gonna clash, and you can't be creative when you in a room with someone you not feeling. Like you gonna be looking at them like I can't even. Some people don't even like looking in people's directions.
Yo,
imagine being in a tight ass studio. You gotta look at somebody you don't fuck with.
Bro,
you're not gonna create.
Yo, I swear to God, bro, I'm sitting behind this damn board for like 12 hours straight. This person, I'm recording the person, and he's like, "Yo, what you think?" And I'm like, "Yo, I don't know, bro. Like, you just gotta. I can't, man. I can't.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. So, do you have any like records out right now that you want somebody to listen to? Like, like tell everybody about like what's going on.
My entire branding is gonna be Edwin De'Vaughn. That is my real name, and it's not my full name, but it is my real name. And I make music. I make my own music, and I use my music to show people what I'm capable of pushing out of an artist. You get what I'm saying? So my music isn't really me trying to be a superstar. And like I say, it ain't about me, it's about the song. And that's what I push through my music, right? Like I just released a record called Link on the Low. It's everywhere, streaming everywhere.
Yo,
please go
stream that. Go stream that.
Yeah,
Link on the Low. What's it called?
Link on the Low.
Link on the Low.
The title of the song is an acronym, LOTL, Link on the Low, right? Edwin De'Vaughn. You can find it everywhere. But that song is a testament of, like, if I'm working with an artist that makes that type of sound, that's how I would make them sound type shit.
Fire.
You get what I'm saying?
Fire.
So for me, if you and anybody would like to work with me and reach out to me, you know, I already told you, like, I'm a very specific person. I don't like working with people who don't take it serious. And to me, that is my thing. Like that, I put quality over quantity any time of the day. And personally, money doesn't really change it for me either. It really don't.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm letting y'all know now. Like I said, from firsthand experience, he's a real quality cat. He takes his time. Like he'll dead ass sit in front of them damn monitors and he'll mix the shit out of your record, dude. So I'm from experience and it just like I said, just pushing quality as far as your vocals, your delivery, artist development, all that stuff. Like first-hand experience, bro. I had records that sounded like absolute shit when I was recording with him, and I leave the studio and them shit sound completely different. And I gotta dap you up for that. I gotta dap you up for that because bro. Listen,
man. It's a beautiful thing when you get to see someone see a version of themselves they didn't even know existed. You know, like you'll be surprised how many like thug ass gangster niggas will come in the studio and they thinking they hot.
Oh my God, bro.
But I'll show them how they're not hot.
Yeah.
But they'll walk out of that shit like, yo, bro, like I didn't even know I could do that.
I didn't even know I could do that.
Like, like that's what happens. Like when you're around, like that's the thing of being an artist, bro. Like people keep thinking like, oh, the artist need better beats or he needs a better music producer, like someone who's making better beats. Nah, the artist, if you are out there and you're struggling to feel like you're really good with your music, you need a producer, a fucking classical music producer, someone who sits in the studio with you, writes the songs, and he could get the beat together if he wants to. But you need someone in there that's gonna tell you, yo, this could be better. You gotta make this better. You gotta push harder. If you're not sweating in the booth, you ain't doing shit.
Yo, I was trying to figure out who I got that shit from, right? Yo, I swear to God, I've been telling mad people that. Like, yo, like people like, yo, it's just hot in here. I'm like, yo, if you're not sweating,
you're not doing shit.
You're not doing shit. But I swear to God, for the longest, I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, who the fuck did I get that shit from?
It might have been me. I haven't like trademarked it. I don't know. I just be saying that sometimes because it's real.
Trademark that motherfucker, bro. Trademark that motherfucker, bro. Because listen, bro, I swear to God, I'll be telling everybody that shit. I'm like, yo, if you're not sweating, you're not doing it right. They're like, you're right. They take their shirt off. I'm like, all right, bro, hold on, all right. Put the shirt back on, my nigga.
I'll let them tell. I done had women take their shirts off in the booth and shit. Like,
really?
Yo, if you gotta lock in, you gotta lock in.
The fuck in.
I need you to lock in. I need you to feel like that booth is yours. Like you home in the booth. If you gotta jump around, man. I done had artists that when they rap to songs to help them keep time, and they doing this.
Yeah. Oh my God.
While they're recording.
Yeah.
And it's hard to deal with, but it's like, bro, that's how he's locking in, and I need that energy from him.
Exactly.
You gotta do what you gotta do while you in the booth. You gotta take control. It's your space at that point. It's
I'm
your
just
space.
a nigga here to record.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
just
saying?
here to capture that shit, but I need you to do what you gotta do.
For
You know
sure,
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
Like it's actually a rule that I have. Where the fuck do I even have it over here? I don't think I do. Where the fuck is that paper? There it is. Yeah. Appreciate it. You want to read it?
Let me see.
You go ahead and read it.
All right, Sounds of the Cosmos studio rules. Number 1, 10 push-ups or squats upon arrival. That's okay.
Upon arrival.
Jesus Christ, that's nuts.
It's
Not a lot though, but
upon arrival. No,
Upon
because it gets the blood flowing.
it does.
It gets
We didn't even do it.
No,
He lied.
I honestly,
He's capping already.
Nah,
He's
listen,
capping.
bro. I honestly owe myself like fucking like 70, 80 push-ups at this point, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, real shit. Because niggas just been tired.
That's crazy. Okay, well, all right. But rule number 2, leave all negative shit at the door.
For sure.
Don't come here with hate in your heart. Only love, God, positivity, and music. Yes, I have a recommendation. Right? I have a recommendation. Okay. The fucking when I work with artists, what I start telling them now is come here without expectations.
Oh, for sure.
Because some people, this is how I usually grade the caliber of an artist, right?
Right.
Usually an amateur will call their song a hit before it's recorded.
fucking
You
God,
know
I
what
hate
I'm
those-
talking about,
I
right?
hate those
Yo, I
niggas,
got a
bro.
hit for you right now. We about to make
hate
it off
them
of this.
niggas, bro.
The song ain't even recorded. You ain't even finished writing the song. You calling it a hit.
I hate those guys,
right?
bro.
And those be the people that come in the studio, and then when they're working with me, and I'm
They get tight.
critiquing them, they're like, "Man, I thought I was gonna be better today. This, that, and this shit." They start getting down on themselves. Go in the studio with absolutely no expectations.
None.
You could finish the verse, you could finish the hook, or you could finish nothing. At the end of the day, you got there and you got work done. You should add that. Definitely add that.
Noted.
Right?
Noted.
3, no smoking. Do that shit outside. It's a hard
Do
life.
that shit outside.
It's a hard life when you
Yeah.
can't smoke in the studio.
It is.
But it's called being a professional.
Professional.
What the hell? Come
What
on
the
now.
hell? What the hell?
Number 4, honesty. Be honest about the music and quality of work. That is fucking key. If you cannot handle criticism, get the fuck
Get
out.
the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck
Go
out.
home. Go home,
Get
bro.
the fuck out.
Keep that shit to yourself. Keep the music to yourself. That's okay if that's what you want to be.
The
That is
fuck
okay.
out.
We are professionals. We share our shit. People are gonna judge you. It gotta be on point. It gotta be hot. I don't know what to tell you. Number 5, there's a star next to this one. That means something. Judgment-free zone. This is an all-inclusive space. If you cannot respect someone's art, you can leave. We are dead ass.
We are dead. Yo, that says that, and I'm dead ass. It really says we are dead ass.
We are dead
ass. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and
That's solid.
come on,
Solid set of rules. Right
come
there.
on now. That's what I'm saying. So like, I made sure I put those up for people to walk in here and lock the fuck in. Like this is like, I treat this. For me, I call people I'm some people's therapist when they come in here. Like
Yeah,
real,
that's
like real shit. Some people will just we'll pause the record for like an hour, 2 hours, and we
Have
just
a
start
talk.
chopping up about life.
Those are beautiful. Those are some of the best. Those are actually when you start realizing you no longer have a client. Like you got like a real nigga next.
A real person.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then
I'm
it's
saying.
like then it's from there. It usually develops into something more than just a client. Like even though they're paying you, pay your fucking engineers.
Pay your fucking.
I don't care if
engineer.
it's your auntie. Pay your engineers.
Pay the fucking engineer
That's
and stop being late on the fucking payments.
Yeah, don't be late on the payments.
motherfuckers.
Don't be late. On the
Like the hell,
But
all this damn work.
that shit has done a lot for me, like, cause you know, like I said, we're in a creative space, and I gotta know you.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? To
Real
push
shit.
you, I gotta know you. If I don't know you, it's hard for me to be comfortable with telling you what's good and what's
You know
not
what I'm
good.
saying? You trying to gauge them mid-session. It's too
Yeah.
much work, man.
I can say honestly, like, I'll be warning my clients. I'll be like, yo, listen, this is like our first session or our second session together. And then like nowadays, I tell them, I say, hey, if we're gonna continue working, I need you to understand what we just did right here is nothing compared to from this point on. It's real.
Yeah.
If you
The free
can't handle
trial.
that, okay, cool. I'll recommend you another studio. But if you feel like this is something for you and you're happy with what you got, all right, from here on out, I need excellence.
I need excellence.
We got to work harder.
Yep. I love that. Bro. I love that. That's so fire, bro. That's so
God.
fire. That's so fire.
On God, on me.
So right now, right, this pen just broke, I think. Ain't no way. All right, word.
Mhm.
I thought this pen just broke. I'm like, ain't no way. So I'm gonna ask you engineer questions now.
Let's
right?
do it.
Favorite plugin right now. Favorite plugin that just gets the job done.
I don't know if I got a favorite, but I can say probably my most used is probably the Waves CLA Mix Hub.
Actually, I got that shit. I never really used it.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. At first, I thought it was not necessary because you got the SSL compressors and you got the SSL board emulator and shit.
Right.
But the Mix Hub, I use that. That's how I start almost all my vocals. Mix Hub.
Dang.
Bam. I love the compressor. I always like to turn up the drive on it.
Yeah.
It's like an input gain.
Knob.
It's a red knob. It's like
shit.
I put it up to 0.3. Write that down.
Oh yeah.
0.3.
Yo, I never forgotten that. Yo, I think you told me that one day. I'm like, yo, my shit's always set to 0.3.
0.3. It gives you the best amount, like the most distortion that you could get without it being noticeable.
Yeah, crazy.
And it still does something to the vocals, right there. Mix Hub. And then I'll tell you another plugin that I'm loving right now that I'm experimenting with. It's the Abbey Roads Saturator by Waves.
Oh my god, that thing just be crunchy.
I use that so much ever since I started to understand what it does. Read the manual. Engineers, read the fucking manuals, bro.
Read the manual.
Take the time to read the plugin manual. Waves plugin manuals are so good. They literally tell you how to start the plugin.
Word for word.
Literally, they say step 1, do this. They'll literally tell you how to use the shit. And they'll give you a history of it, so you can understand what the purpose of the plugin is. That is fucking phenomenal. I read the plugin manuals. I've read the Abbey Roads Saturator, and now I use it. I use it on my reverb. I use it on my delays.
Oh, wow.
I use it on my ad libs. I use it on my lead vocals. It's all over my.
It's all over.
It's all over this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, I started getting into bro. Honestly, I got too many fucking plugins now, bro. I got Waves. I got all the Plugin Alliance plugins. I got Slate Digital, SSL, Native. Native. I got their actual shit. And then I think I got Antares, Autotune, and all that shit like that. So I got like 700 plus plugins. Damn. That shit is fucking pissing me off a little bit now, but I love it. Just so I know I can just have everything I want.
Word.
Have everything I want at will.
You set.
Yo, subscriptions, but like whatever. Yeah. Like when I started getting into recently, I started getting into it's Plugin Alliance, but it's the Shadow Hills mastering compressor. Okay. Yo, that thing is fucking sick, bro. Yeah. It has like it's like an optical compressor, but it's also a fucking like 11, like it's like an 1176 too at the same time. So like you could dial both of them in, and I swear to God, bro, that shit is like beautiful, bro. Yeah. Yeah, like bro.
I see what it look like.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna show you after the damn video. Yeah. But bro, it's sick. Like it doesn't flatten. Cause I master too. Yeah. So like it doesn't flatten the whole record out. It just like I don't know what it does, bro, but it's just like perfect. Like I remember I was telling you I was using the SSL for a bit, the bus compressor, but I'm gonna throw that shit in the garbage. Yeah. Cause bro, I swear the Shadow Hills is killing it.
So you know what? This is what I would say, right? I wouldn't throw the SSL.
I ain't gonna get rid of it.
But I would say what it does to vocals is beautiful. The way it handles like just a whole bus of vocals coming in is fucking beautiful. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable with it on mastering. I can't lie. But they added a mix knob though.
Yeah, they added a mix knob.
That changes the game.
And it's a side chain filter too. So you can get
so that changes the game. They did some things to it, but if I'm doing mastering, oh my god, I can't hold you. I don't even remember what the name of the plugin is. But it's like I think it's the TG 12345.
Oh yeah. The ART.
That shit.
Abbey Road TG. That shit is sick.
I love that. That's what I use on all my mastering. That I started using God Particle.
Yo, what is that? I never really found that. It's like a saturator of some sort.
Something like that. So it adds sound. It adds harmonics and shit. Right. But there, it has its EQ options, but it's like you don't get to customize it, right? Like it's already set.
Oh, so you just
where the bands are. The bands are where they are.
You just turn it up.
Yeah, so it's literally low, mid, high, and then you get a limiter. The limiter sometimes is too aggressive, so I usually bypass the limiter. But it's basically that. You know what I'm saying? You do that to turn the track up. It adds a little harmonics here and there. It does a lot to the low end. You get what I'm saying? So if you're like one of those songs where it's like, damn, the low end is kind of lacking, you could throw the fucking God particle on that shit. But
that's crazy.
I think God. Sometimes it's so strong I don't use it all the time. The TG I'm using that like every.
It's literally perfect, bro. Like
every single
curves, like you can boost it up like 3 dB, like on like 3K, and you won't even notice,
bro. It's
and it just brightens
the way it handles shit, and I love that it comes with a meter, so you get like you get that analog effect of. You don't get to see what's happening, so you gotta look at it. You gotta just hear it,
exactly,
right? And then they also give you a bridge where it's like, well, if you do want to see what's happening, here's a meter.
You go.
You get what I'm saying? And I love that. That's something that I've been trying to dive into a lot more of, like closing my eyes while I'm working on records and mixing and shit, and just using my ears and stop trying to. There's a lot of logic behind mixing and mastering.
Yo, bro,
they throw numbers at you and they try to force you to stick within a certain box.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I'm at that point where it's like I'm so tired of this box of what's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've done like crazy shit. Like I used Vitamin on Reverb one time. Like, that shit was crazy.
Do what it do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like on the whole master bus. Like I've done that shit before. I've used, bro, it's gonna sound crazy, but I've used the LA2A on a master before.
That's crazy.
That's definitely crazy. That's fucking nuts. Yeah. But it worked. That's what, it's just fucking a mix knob, 10%. It works. Yo, bro, like there's really no rules to this shit. Like if you really sit down and really look at everything, bro, there's no rules to this shit. If it sounds good, it's gonna work.
People forget that like the core music is all about feeling. So
exactly.
No one's ever listening to a song and saying that compressor is too much. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's ever doing that. No one's ever actually listening to shit and saying, God damn, that he definitely put an LA2. That shit is too much.
Why the fuck did he use the LA2A?
It's either it's gonna make me dance or it's not. It's either I'm gonna vibe to it or it's not. I'm never thinking maybe the EQ should have been a little. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just getting the MP3, which is already shitty, and I'm just listening to it.
Yeah, audio quality already degraded.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody actually cares. There's no real law to this shit, but they try to create a law to have everybody sit in a certain confinement. You get what I'm saying? Which isn't terrible. It's like a standard. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're doing, follow those standards so you can learn what to do. And then it's like
break them.
Who was it?
Break the rules.
Was it Michelangelo? It was an artist, and his saying was, "You got to learn the rules like a professional to break them like an artist."
Shout out to Michelangelo.
Shout out to Michelangelo. Let's not say Michelangelo. It might be somebody completely different. I'm probably an idiot, but the saying is, you got to learn the rules like a pro to break them like an artist. And I follow that shit to the T now. Because now it's like there's some people who try to get ahead of themselves, and it's like you're not understanding why this is not right.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And when you understand why it's not right, then you know how to do it wrong and make it sound good.
Yo, like I remember the first couple of records. I think the first couple of records I even said to you, like looking back at them, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? So like it took time to really sit down and be like, why the fuck does this shit sound the way it sounds right now? And it's all like, okay, word, like let me change this, let me do this. So it's all like forgot lost my train of thought. But just do the shit right. Just do the shit right the first time. Try to figure out how to do the shit right the first time. Then break the rules, bro.
You do it right the first time, you will never gotta go back to fix it.
You know what I'm saying? That simple. I catch myself being lazy sometimes. Instead of me making a bus for all my vocals, sometimes I'll just do them individually, like on some lazy shit.
I'll keep it a stack with you, bro. I have one song that I'm working on.
Right.
That I don't know if it's ever gonna come out because I'm mixing it.
What?
Check this out.
What?
I recorded this song.
Yeah.
And I got lazy. Right. Like I recorded this song over a span of maybe like a year or two.
Right.
And every time I tried to record it, my nose was too stuffed. My voice was off. Something's always wrong. And every time I try to re-record it, it just doesn't feel as good. So eventually I told myself, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to take these bad recordings and see if I could turn it into a good mix. And obviously, it's been beating my ass.
Oh.
But I've been learning so much from it. It's building my creativity.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Because now it's like I got this song that's not supposed to work because I recorded it poorly. But I'm learning how I can, okay, the treble's a little too much. How can I take care of this treble? Right? How can I take care of the boomy low end? How can I take care of all these things? And even though it might not come out because I'm never going to be happy with the quality, I'm still learning if I get a situation like this, how to handle it. Yeah.
Bruh, like right now I'm in the middle of this damn song. Yo, bro, I recorded this shit 2 years ago at this point, bro, and I'm still mixing the fucking song. Cause what I did was my fucking, I got the preamp over here and shit. So it went in over compressed. So now like there's no transients in the vocals whatsoever. And it's like the vocals are so flat, but you still need to bring up the rest of everything else. So I'm like, all right, I'm using multi-band compression to bring shit up. I'm doing this.
We always get to the multi-band when we don't know what else to do.
What the fuck else yo. All right, so I'm not the only one.
We get to the multi-band when it's like, all right, this shit's starting to beat my ass.
Yo, so I thought I was the only one that did that.
Like your bigger brother, you gotta call them niggas like, yo, I need you to handle
I don't know what the fuck to do, bro. All right, hold on, bro. Especially the C6.
Oh yeah, that's a lifesaver.
Shout out to the C6,
bro. C4, C6, bro.
See anything at this fucking point.
At this point.
At this point, see anything. But bro, I'm over here like, fuck. Like this is that. I'm like, all right, fuck. This ain't working. I'm using upward compression. I'm using expanders. I'm using stupid shit. I'm using stupid shit that I wouldn't even think about using. And like, it's still, I cannot get them vocals right.
You know what? Now that I'm like understanding that this record may not ever come out because I'm not happy with it, it allows me to have that much more fun with it.
Yep.
Now I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna treat it like I'm not gonna drop it. And it's teaching me so much.
Exactly.
Bro. That's how I ended up using the Abbey Road saturator. That's how I started using the Saturn. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started using the Pro Q3 a little more aggressively on the multi-band features.
Right.
Like I'm forcing myself to learn plugins to push them past what they really need to be used for.
Right.
And it's making me more creative. And now it's like, okay, I don't like how this plugin is doing that.
Right.
And then now I'm starting to add more plugins to my list because I'm like, okay, the Pro Q3, I don't like how the multi-band is handling this.
Yeah.
What other plugin can I use to do it? Is it a multi-band problem or is it a saturation problem? Do I need to add some harmonics into that shit?
Yep, bro.
Or is it a compression problem? Period. Should I just be compressing the whole signal? Like it's so much. There's so many different ways to handle a vocal.
Yeah,
it's like you really start to understand. Like I said, like if you learn the rules like a pro, you really start to understand. You could really break some rules and make something new happen. New happen.
I remember one time we had a conversation where you was like, I forgot when this was, but you was like, yo, sometimes, bro, you gotta break the rules. I boosted hella low into my vocals. I was like, yo, that shit is boomy as shit, but it works because it's part of the record,
good, bro. And not the first record, but one of the most staple records that made me realize we could really do whatever the fuck we want. Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party.
Yeah.
It's the worst sounding record, but it was like, that shit felt good. Yeah. I remember the first time my boy brought that record to me in the studio. We listening to it in the studio. I'm like, yo, I know I'm not supposed to like this. This shit does not sound good. The vocals it's way too much in the vocals. But nigga, I'm hearing that shit and I feel like I got a gun on me. I feel like I got a gun on me. No,
it made me feel like I'm on some gangster shit too.
And then that's when I really started to understand, like, you know, even when you listen to, like, some of Reasonable Doubt, like, bro, some of those records weren't cut the greatest.
No.
But the feeling behind them made it nostalgic. And then, you know, you listen to the Locks, and then you listen to fucking We Gon' Make It. Like, those records didn't actually sound that good.
No, they did not.
But it was the dirtiness that made you turn that shit up.
Yeah.
It made you blast that shit. And that's when I really started to understand, like, okay, all right, we got to start breaking some rules.
Yo, speaking of breaking some rules, right? The most recently, Kendrick Lamar, right? Shout out to Kendrick Lamar if he watches this. Shout out to bro, you doing your thing, bro.
Word.
You got to pull up to the studio.
Shout out to the whole West. They're doing
the whole West.
Is nuts
right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But on his last album, and I'm not gonna front. Like if y'all kick my ass, y'all kick my ass. Some of those records, I don't like how they're mixed, right? but
Go ahead.
they work.
Mm-hmm.
Like so Peekaboo, right? Peekaboo. There's mad bass in both of those niggas' vocals. There's I'm talking about like you can like there's more than the actual like 808 sometimes in certain parts, and I'm like, yo, this shit is not like like my engineer ears going fuck off. That's what I call my engineer ears. so like I'm tweaking a little bit because I'm like, damn, bro, like this is not right. This is not quote unquote right.
You ever listen to the London? Travis Scott, J. Cole.
Yes,
bro. His hook, the bass in his hook is louder than the 808. Like that shit smack you in the face. Yo, that record too. That record made me feel like, oh no, I got way more space to push my vocals.
Yeah, of a certain.
After that, because that's one. It's not even that it's a hit record and it's playing on radio. It's just I love the way that shit feels.
Yeah, yo,
the way that hook hits you. So. What I've been doing, when I've been experimenting with my sound, like for the past couple years, I've been trying to push that box. I've been trying to, how far can I take the low end of a vocal? Yeah. Because that's the one spot everybody's scared of touching on a vocal.
Or they cut too much of it.
Yeah, they always, everybody wants these thin ass fucking, it fits in a mix type shit.
Yeah,
Fuck that, bro. Like when I started listening, like I'm a Travis Scott fan, but Don Toliver too. Whoever's engineering these artists, these are engineers that aren't really talked about, bro.
Yeah, real shit.
But they're doing shit so different, and when I listen to their music, I feel like I'm in the music.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
It's this is a good record. Nah, like damn, nigga, I feel this shit.
I feel this shit.
This shit's crazy, and honestly, that's been my goal. My goal has been pushing the vocal to a point that makes people uncomfortable, and then trying to find a sweet spot.
Exactly.
That's been my thing.
Even that one record. Stop Trying to Be God from Travis. Fire record. The ways mixed is sick. Like it's so many nuts, many things. It's just,
and then like listening to like Kendrick Lamar's album, right, and realizing like one, there's two like major things about those vocals. Well, three, right? One, the vocals are in your face.
Way in your face.
They're in your face. Two, there's body to them shits. They got some low end.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's no fucking effects almost on that whole album.
There's none, yo, bro. There's like barely any reverb.
It feels dry as fuck.
Yo,
like, he just went in that booth, recorded it. All right, cool. Let's send it
mix
out.
Mix it, send it out.
And one, I love reverb, man. I love reverb. I love delays.
Exactly.
I also love a cutthroat, grungy, distorted, in your motherfucking face vocal.
Yeah.
I love that shit. So I like the sound of his album. It does feel lacking. Because instead of using reverb, maybe they could have filled up that space with something else.
Or like some ambient something.
But I feel like the point he wanted was, I just want you to listen to me.
Real shit, yeah. It was more so
that's what I felt.
It was more so it's not the usual Kendrick Lamar album.
It's not like a produced sound. It's not like, let me sell these records. It's more like, I got some shit to say. Yeah,
I want to rap. Like, I want to rap.
Hell yeah.
And then plus, the Joe Drake and Big. Who you think won that? Who you think won that? The Drake and Kendrick beef.
I don't think there's a conversation about Think anymore. It's pretty obvious who won. But if I'm gonna be honest, with the beef when Kendrick came out with the record, I was thinking he was gonna go nowhere, right? Like we all heard the Control verse and the Control verse didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a waste of time for everybody to put all this energy into
it. It's a waste of time.
I was telling everybody, they're like, yo, they're going. I'm like, nigga, we heard this before, bro. Don't listen to
this shit. Don't listen to this nigga shit.
And then it started happening. I'm like, oh shit, it started to happen for real. God damn. And I was like, okay, this is pretty dope.
Right.
But when they started getting to the gossiping, it's like, nigga, I don't want to hear this. Like, I don't want to hear y'all personal lives. I don't want to hear y'all talking about each other's kids and shit. Like, come on, y'all supposed to be like the leaders of this shit.
That's what I'm
saying. Like, y'all supposed to break it down in a way where everybody in the game is gonna take notes and say, this is how we're supposed to do this.
Right.
The way that they took it, I wasn't a big fan. But the records that came out of it, the way that they pushed each other, that was crazy.
I think it was definitely worth it because, and believe it or not, motherfuckers been waiting for those records for like 15 years plus at this point.
But the game now is everybody's so scared to be honest, and say they don't like something because it's like, why are you being so mean? Let's be honest. That's why you be
everybody, yeah, nah, niggas.
Bro, just I don't like it.
And that goes
it
back.
Could be better.
That goes back down to the criticism conversation. You can't take criticism. I don't know what to tell you, my boy. Like, yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we're gonna end up wrapping this interview up because we talked for a good amount. How much time we got on that?
45 minutes.
Damn, all right, works.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad. That's what I'm saying. So y'all, like I said, once again, it's your homie Dan from Sounds of Cosmos. Edwin De'Vaughn, I appreciate you coming through, man. Bro. I appreciate you coming through. Make sure you guys check out his work.
Yes,
Hit him up if you need some studio time. I'm telling you. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Like I was about to say, yo, he's the next Quincy Jones, but I don't even think he needs that. I don't think he. This is Edwin De'Vaughn, not Quincy Jones. Rest in peace. Shout out to him. Rest in peace.
Great man.
Yeah, man.
Legend.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Absolute legend, bro.
I heard about that. Man. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate you for the time, bro. I appreciate this interview, man. I love speaking. I love speaking to people that are passionate about this shit. Because, like I said, that energy, your passionate energy, builds into my passionate energy. You get what I'm saying? So one, I love doing this shit. Two, I'm passionate about this shit to the point that I love talking about it.
Yeah.
I love talking about this shit. This is what I do for a living. Like when I say I do this for a living, like nigga, I am unemployed. Technically I'm employed because I'm working for myself. But this is what I do full time, and I've been doing it full time for 8 years. This is what I fucking do.
That's beautiful.
You get what I'm saying? So
I love that.
And to everybody out there that's scared to take the jump, you know, that's scared and they feel like, oh, I got rent and I got all this shit. If this is something you are actually passionate about, you got to be willing to lose things for it. And if you ain't willing to lose shit for it, it might just be a hobby for you, and that's okay. Make the music, release it, leave it at that. But if you want to be successful, you have to lose.
Yep. You
have to lose. It's not an option. If you're too scared to take that jump, it's just never gonna happen. You're gonna end up 45 telling your kids, yo, I used to do music. And your kids might say, yo, Dad, you was dope. What happened? And then, you know, the emotions start coming in. You start crying and shit.
Mr. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah. So if you're going to do this shit, bro, I lost bank accounts, man. I lost cars. I lost relationships. I lost my ex to this shit. No cap. Like, you got to understand, bro, if you're not willing to lose shit for this, it's not going to happen. Just keep it as a hobby, and that's cool. Have fun with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my word of the day.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Lose shit for this shit.
Lose it. You gotta lose it. I lose sleep, nigga. I lose shit. I lose shit all the time.
Lord knows what the fuck is sleep at this point. What's even nighttime? What the fuck even is sleep?
Hell yeah, man.
Why do we need it? Why do we need it? It's a waste of time. Don't do that. Don't follow my sleep regimen and shit.
Follow the sleep regimen. The most successful people only sleep for up to 5 hours, and it's not because they only give themselves 5 hours. It's because all they got is 5 hours.
Oh, nigga, I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, once again, bro, I appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate
all the time,
it.
bro. And that's Edwin De'Vaughn, EDWIN DEVAUGHN, the bougie way.
The bougie way.
Edwin De'Vaughn on Instagram.
The bougie way. Hell yeah, motherfucker. hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for real, the bougie way.
The bougie way,
bro. That's my family.
But yeah, like I said, once again, y'all, it's your homie Dan from Sounds of the Cosmos. Once again, this is a platform where we talk to artists, engineers, people of all creative backgrounds and all that stuff like that too. So subscribe, drop a like. I'm dropping the whole YouTube monologue shit that everybody says, but I got to. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button too.
And don't forget the fucking comment.
Oh, comment as well. Follow Edwin De'Vaughn. Follow Sounds of the Cosmos on YouTube, on Instagram and shit too. Follow our camera. Juaces. Actually, step in the camera.
Yeah, get a camera.
Say what's up.
Give him a little shine, man.
You know what I'm saying?
What up?
That's what I'm saying. What up? So follow his ass too. Follow Edwin De'Vaughn. Follow Sounds of the Cosmos. Once again, I'm signing the fuck off. Have a good day.
What the fuck is this?